Yeah, it's your boy Fist in his house. Bring another great edition of Call of Duty for me to you, because that's what I do. Modern Warfare Remastered. Boots on the ground. That's what you wanted, boots on the ground. Look at these kills. Look at these kills. That's how you're gonna have to play. You're gonna be walking around with cement blocks on your feet. Slow, methodical, thought out gameplay. But you can't do that. You know why you can't do that? Because you don't know the maps yet. So guess what's gonna happen? Everybody who's gonna get the new Call of Duty World War II game are gonna go, oh, it's so awesome. We're running around and killing each other. Nobody's jetpacking around. It's great. But guess what? Once everybody figures out the spawns, this is what you're gonna do. You're gonna post up, and that's about it. And so you're gonna get slow, methodical gameplay, playing for streaks. The main thing that we want to look for when we play this new Sledgehammer game is time to kill, skill-based matchmaking, and connection over skill-based matchmaking. Those are the three important factors. I mean, people are going to be running around all day during the beta because you're gonna, I mean, if you are a true Call of Duty fan, you're going to test out every single weapon and see what's the best one, or combination, or setup, blah blah. It'll probably be the silencer, footsteps. Everybody's gonna run around because nobody's gonna know the map, so that everybody's gonna think that's the setup to use. Oh, it's gonna be the setup to use. But later on, when the game gets older and the SMGs can't kill at a distance, or Sledgehammer, and here's another thing too. We're talking about Sledgehammer venturing off to a boots on the ground game. They've never made Call of Duty, so their comprehension of understanding the pluses and minuses of Call of Duty are next to nothing. And so the point that I'm trying to make here is that although this game is going to be funneled down to camping where the spawns, you know, oh, and let's not forget about their spawn system. Every developer has a different way of doing the spawn system. So if that comes out like a nightmare on day one, we got problems. I didn't even want to go there. So going back to my point, I mean, maybe I'm giving Sledgehammer way too much credit right from the beginning. I mean, I'm assuming that the spawns are going to be decent, but based on Michael Condrey's track record in skill-based matchmaking, and he don't care about connection, that's going to be a nightmare in itself. So we're going to get to this point where people, once they figure out the maps, and you're going to be like playing like this, you know, really slow, setting up spots, and obviously people are going to know where you're at, and they're going to take you out. But it's all about winning by the margins in a slow-paced game like this. I mean, setting up choke points. You know, you're going to look for long, you're probably going to wind up with assault rifles. You know, I mean, I don't know, because there's a different crowd of people that play Modern Warfare Remastered. I mean, these guys, you know, they don't cross the middle parallel, because once you cross the middle of the map in an Infinity Ward game, then they'll spawn behind you. They're smart enough to know this game's been out like 15 years. They know not to cross that middle line, so they keep spawn trapping you, and they know where you're coming from. And so when we play beta, everybody's going to be running around saying how great that game is, Call of Duty World War II. But we're not taking into account a lot of things. First of all, it's going to be a beta, so it's going to be run on dedicated servers. So when it's ran on dedicated servers, you're not going to see skill-based matchmaking take precedence over connection-based gameplay. So because if they got dedicated servers, it's not going to matter. So you're not going to really notice it. So that's why Sledgehammer doesn't really take that into account before it's too late and the game's already being played. And yet by the time January comes around, everybody's so pissed off that they don't want to play anymore because they keep getting killed. They can't kill nobody because they're just weekend warriors. And so, I mean, we are already at a fragile point. I mean, it's great to bring back all these Call of Duty gamers that are splintered amongst all the other Call of Duties. Now, this is a crucial point. You want to capture all of those Call of Duty players coming back. And in order to do that, you have to make it fun. In order to make it fun, You got to make it to where it's connection based. You know, you're connecting to the closest person, the closest game, getting into the fastest game, and playing as much as possible, and not really worrying about being competitive. And so that's where the majority of your people are going to be at. And then they're talking about, you know, I saw a side note, like loot boxes are going to come back. I mean, if we choke ourselves out, if Sledgehammer chokes itself out with all those parameters in the beginning of the game, it's over. I don't care how great these graphics are. I don't care they went to Germany. I don't care how great single player is. You know, this is a multiplayer game. And there's a lot of other games that are on the horizon right now. And namely, Public Battlegrounds. I don't know what it's. Player Battleground, that's what it's called. That's coming to the Xbox. And it's exclusive. And, you know, this is PS4 exclusive. And I can tell you this. If this game is slow-paced, like Modern Warfare Remastered, and it's all about choke points and all this other crap, if I'm going to do that, I want to be in open world. I'll just go and play Player Battleground on Xbox. That's just my opinion. You guys can take it with a grain of salt, but I can't just play a game and sit here and it's going to be so super sweaty. You thought Black Ops 3 was sweaty with loot boxes. This is going to be beyond sweaty. There's going to be a lot of people that ain't. All these YouTubers with these 10-point kill death ratios. The funniest shit that I see on YouTube is these kids who sit there and play Nuketown 24/7, and they coach other people on their team not to like have certain places spawn characters, where they sit there and just smash people out of their spawn. The map's like 2 feet big, and they act like they're doing something great. It's so freaking annoying. It's disgusting. So those people are going to get their ass kicked. They're not going to be posting no 30 kill, 20 kill games. I mean, they probably have to stay up all night to get a video, but they're not going to be doing none of that stuff, especially after this game is out for a couple months. If people still keep playing this game. So you're going to see all this more or less like, you know, towards being strategic, and I don't even know if people want to watch that, to be honest with you. It's kind of boring to watch. So beta comes out in less than 12 days or something like this from this video. I'll be posting videos, doing live comms, so on, so forth, you know, telling you what I think about it. I don't know how it could be any better, but we're going to find out. So I hope you enjoy this gameplay, and I hope you see some insight here. You guys wanted boots on the ground, the slow gameplay. I mean, I hope you're ready for it. Anyways, until next time, it's your boy Fizz. Peace. I'm out.